Hey ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Crier here, and it's time to have the talk. So as Blizzard eliminated botting in Diablo 3, let's go ahead and discuss. Remember ladies and gentlemen, this is a discussion video, so I definitely want your comments and thoughts in that comment section below. Please let me know what you're thinking about this issue. Short answer to that initial question is hell no, they have not. And before we get into that discussion, I just want to reiterate that I truly think what Blizzard is doing with patch 2.6.1 and all the balance changes, I think this is absolutely amazing for the game. And I truly am enjoying testing stuff on the PTR, stuff like that. Various builds will be able to group well into the 100 GR marks, well over 110s. I mean, you'll be able to do this with many group comps. And that is pretty fun and lends the game something it hasn't had in such a very, very long time. There will still be a meta for the top tier of those rift clears, both group play and solo. But for the most part, you're going to be able to do a ton more stuff further on in the game than you used to be able to do. Because this is a massive patch, massive undertaking, and I do understand that it is taking a ton of Diablo 3 resources to get this done. And I also realize that for Season 11, the Necromancer release and all the Necromancer beta stuff, I know Blizzard's been working on this game. I know they've been doing their best to give us the Necromancer, to give us this new patch that's upcoming, so I'm not trying to belittle them in any way because I know they're working hard. But back to the conversation at hand. We definitely, the majority of this community, would like to know that this game holds some fair play. I enjoy the competition, but I want it fair, and I want it honest. And Blizzard has not done a big Banwave for botting and cheating since March 17th, ladies and gentlemen. That is almost 7 months ago. No Banwave in Season 10, no Banwave in Season 11, and yet people are definitely still either botting at this game or you have massive numbers of account sharing. My guess that at least half of this is botting, using third-party software to play the game for you instead of actually doing the work yourself, because the numbers do not match up to what is physically, humanly possible for any human being. It just doesn't make sense. We're going to break down 3 players on the leaderboards. I'm not going to reveal their names. I'm not going to try to call people out for cheating, that sort of thing. That's kind of in the past for me, but I do think that this is still an issue that needs to be discussed, and I still think this is an issue that needs to be handled by Blizzard. The Diablo 3 team needs to do a much, much better job at making sure this game is fair for everybody, whether you're pushing the leaderboards or not. There are tons of players out there who try their best to make it onto the leaderboards, that sort of thing, but you know, when you're playing 10, 15 hours a day and you're Paragon 22, 2300, that's pretty awesome. But then you've got people at 37, 3800 Paragon in the current season, and that is absolutely insane because, like I said, you can't put the numbers out that these people are putting up. And one more thing that I want to get out there right off the bat before we review these numbers is when you look at somebody's season tab on their profile, the Season 11 stats are just for Season 11. Whether you rebirth a character or not, that previous playtime is not added under the Season tab. This is fully tested and fully accurate. I have personally tested it by rebirthing characters, that sort of thing during seasons over the last couple of seasons, just to make sure I was not talking out my ass. And it is 100% reliable information that under your season tab for each individual season, it's just the amount of time played during that season. All right, let's take a look at some of the people on the leaderboards currently and break down the numbers so that I can show you guys what I mean about this epidemic of botting in Diablo 3. All right, let's start with the first one, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I am going to be concealing their name and making sure that, I'm not unfairly calling people out. But this is definitely a problem, and I do hope you guys understand the point that I'm trying to make once we break down this math. First up, this person is over 3,400 Paragon. He is on the leaderboards. I am not taking the number ones, guys, so don't think that you're going to figure it out like that. I'm sure if you do enough digging, you can figure out who I'm talking about, but I'm not trying to call people out. I just want to get this information out to you guys without actually, making people feel that I'm picking on them. But this person has 247 on Barb, 843 on DH, 179 on Necromancer, 270 on Wizard, Witch Doctor is 219, and 5 hours on Monk. When you total all of this up, ladies and gentlemen, you end up with 1,772 hours played this season. Now, if you guys seem to dispute that this is rebirthed characters, that sort of thing, and don't think I'm telling you the truth anyways, this is a fresh account to begin with. So its career matches Season 11's numbers, because this is the first season this person has actually played, which means it's a fresh account, a newly bought account. So that totals 1,772 hours played in Season 11. And there have been 85 days in this current season, which results in this person averaging over 20 hours per day for 85 consecutive days. That is humanly not possible. You would die, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about it. Hospitalization, death, whatever. It's not physically possible, guys. Now, am I saying this person's not a good player? Nope. Most likely they know the game inside and out. They understand the mechanics fully, that sort of thing. I'm not judging their skill. I'm judging the fact that they have an unfair advantage over other players. And this is unacceptable. And those that party with these people gain that same unfair advantage over other players. So whether there are members of, their group that don't bot, they're automatically getting a boost from those that do. Let's go ahead and break down another one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this one, we're looking at 147 hours on Barb, 82 on DH, Necromancer 362, Wizard's got 5 hours, 81 hours on Witch Doctor, and 1,114 hours on Monk. And this brings its total to 1,793 hours played in Season 11. Now, this was also a fairly fresh account because he has only played for 3 seasons. And judging by the fact that one of those is Season 9 and there were Banwaves in Season 7 and 8, who knows? Maybe this is just bought because they were previously banned. Now, I'm not saying that's true, but it is a high possibility because pre-Season 10, Blizzard actually did Banwaves on cheaters. And like I said, this brings this person's total to 1,793 hours played in Season 11. Divide that by the 85 days so far that's gone on in this season, and you end up with also over 20 hours per day for 85 days straight. That's ridiculous, guys. Now let's go ahead and break down just one more for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this final player that we're going to look at has 9 hours on Barbarian, 978 hours on Necromancer, Wizard 33 hours, and Monk 851 hours. That brings this person's total of hours played in Season 11 to, drumroll please, 1,871 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings this person's average per day to 22 hours per day played. No, just no, that's not actually happening. That's not happening without some third-party programming doing most of the work for you. That leaves no time for sleep, no time for eating, no time for going to the freaking bathroom. I mean, that's not physically possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Blizzard definitely needs to address the botting issues in Diablo 3, especially with the upcoming patch. If they want more people playing this game needs to have fair play. We need to be able to compete with people who do not have an unfair advantage, or against those who gain an unfair advantage by playing with these botters and pushing the top of the leaderboards, getting their gems up ridiculously high, getting their Paragon up ridiculously high because they're doing rifts that they shouldn't be able to do, simply because they have 1,000 more Paragon than everybody else because they're not physically playing the game. This should be addressed. Like I said, Blizzard, if you watch this video, which I truly doubt, ladies and gentlemen, but if you are watching, this needs to be fixed because we are definitely looking forward to the upcoming patch and that sort of thing, but we are not looking forward to competing against a bunch of cheaters. Now, multiple streams that I go into and talk to people there, they have the same issues with this game, and that is botters do exist, and Blizzard has not done anything about it in 2 seasons. I know you guys are working hard. I know you're pumping out the patch. I know you just released Necromancer, but make this game fair again. Make Diablo 3 great again. You're doing it with patch 2.6.1. You did it with the Necromancer, and now I want to see it with the leaderboards. Start banning these cheaters because it definitely would improve this game. And there are people who don't play anymore simply because they find it unfair. Start banning IPs. Start banning people based on that. Start treating this like it matters because you know what? To some of the people that play this game, it does matter. And there are plenty of people out there who can push the leaderboards without cheating. There are plenty of people out there who can get 2,500 Paragon in this season 11 without cheating. But the cheaters are there, and they are definitely ruining this game, and don't let that happen because I personally and several others, especially those that follow me, we love Diablo 3. We just want to see fair play in this game. Fair play on the leaderboards. We want it to be legitimate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, definitely let me know in that comment section what you think about what we discussed today. I know it's been a long time since I've done a Banhammer video. Hopefully that changes soon, and hopefully Blizzard does something to institute some way of keeping this in check during future seasons, because it's been way too long since the last Banhammer, and there are definitely botters in Diablo 3, and it just needs to be addressed by Blizzard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I greatly appreciate it always. And make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and like I said, guys, let me know in that comment section below your thoughts on this video, your thoughts on this issue, and you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. Peace.